I was never in special ed. I never needed it. And, but some kids in my other schools needed it, like, kids who were in perfectly normal classes like mine, and the only reason they went in there was because the only explanation they gave me was because they always opted out. They never listened to the teacher, and I think that's not right to put them in those kind of classes just because they always misbehave, because they're going to misbehave in those classes and completely disrupt the learning of other students who need even more help, who have disabilities. There's nothing wrong with being in those kind of classes if you are. Maybe you just have a learning disability and you need some extra help. There's nothing wrong with that. And, there are also some kids who, you could clearly tell there's something wrong with them. I'm not really going to go into specifics, but you know what I mean. Okay, I will. They always, act weird. They scream a lot and stuff. Those kids need attention. But when you put these troublemakers who have nothing wrong with them in those classes, it's probably going to take away attention from the kids who actually need help, and they're going to pay attention to the troublemaker because they're always making trouble. Maybe they're talking in class, not doing the work and stuff, and the teacher's going to focus on them and say, hey, do your work, and always yell at them, and shift their attention away from those kids who actually need help. Here's what I'd do if this was a perfect world. I'd make classes with these really strict and tough teachers that tolerate nothing, and put those troublemakers in there, because there's this one kid, he never listened to the teachers, he always caused trouble, yet he got perfect grades and tests and everything. He was a smart kid, but he never bothered to listen. And it's obvious that he didn't need those classes, so I don't see the point in putting them in there. So I would just make a class with this really, really strict teacher who tolerates nothing, and would give them some kind of suitable punishment if they try to disrupt class. And that's how I do it. But no change is going to happen. They're still going to throw those kids in special ed classes because they just have nowhere else to put them. And teachers are probably going to always yell at the kids, and not even pay much attention to the kids who actually need help, because I guess they're well behaved, and they have some kind of disability, and again, nothing wrong with that, but they shouldn't be putting troublemakers in those classes, in my opinion. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye bye.